Hello, West Coast.
Hello, East Coast. I am ready for this first coast-to-coast murder table, Crouse Island love fest.
Something like that. Something like that. So we had to try to find a bottle that we both had.
Correct.
So I think we lucked out, and we've got this car chase. Is this a 2018 Laphroaig car chase?
This is the last year's 2018 car chase in the Fino Cask, which is a really interesting one, I believe, as I recall. I haven't had it for quite a while.
So I'm going to pour myself some of this stuff.
And I'm going to take a few seconds here to open the bottle and do the same.
Oh, you didn't prepare? What's wrong with you?
We are ready.
Ooh, that's nice and dark.
Preparing is simple.
That's got a pretty color to it.
Wait for it.
I'm waiting.
That wasn't very good. That was the worst pop in the world.
Hey, can you get a glug glug?
Glug 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 glug.
I could almost hear it.
Almost.
All
right. There we go.
Sounds good.
And your little cork right near there too.
Very nice. I recorked.
From Mr. Campbell.
We'll get good old John.
Good old John.
Does he go by Jack? If he was in America,
I believe
Jack Campbell.
He would be Jack Campbell here, but there I think he's just John.
Oh, that was funny because I knew a bunch of Johns, and I don't think we ever called them Jack. They were always John. I don't know. I think maybe it's a Boston Irish thing.
I think it's a Boston Irish thing. Yes, all those Kennedys. Those Kennedys.
Damn Kennedys.
Yeah, that's right.
I
believe it's the dead Kennedys. The damn Kennedys wouldn't be a very funny band.
Well, there are a lot of dead Kennedys.
There are.
There really are.
I love the richness of it.
That just smells so good.
Yeah. Color is just so magnificent.
And what they've done, too, with that Fino sherry cask, it's got so much, fruitiness in it. It just kind of masks the smoke for a bit. But then once you kind of push that sweetness aside, you get the smoke.
Yeah, and you can see how thick it is. It's really pretty viscous, which I don't recall this before. It is pretty nifty.
Let me do my little twirl. Oh, little dancing whiskey. But let me tell you, you know what's interesting? I don't know. I almost got like an overripe pineapple note.
That's funny because one of the first things I thought of when I first had Laphroaig, aside from the pungent tarry smell, was rotting fruits, and it was really wow. That'll wake you up because that's not usually a pleasant thing.
No, it's not. And I've thrown away my fair share of rotten fruit, so I know.
Well, welcome to my house.
Well, you get something that looks great in the store, and then you get home, and it's like, what happened? But this smells really, really good.
Oh,
again,
delicious.
lots of fruit.
Yep.
There's also sort of a winey note, almost like a musty grape kind of thing going on.
Yeah, of course I'm sure it's the sherry, but Finos are kind of dry, right? Normally.
I don't know. I don't really drink a whole lot of sherry.
It's an oddly rich smell, yet there's a dryness to the smell as well. It would be interesting to taste one of the car chases that are in an interesting cask like this against Laphroaig 10 and see how
different they are.
It's the same base spirit, right? But it'd be interesting to see how different they are with a different cask.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have the Madeira cask car chase also, but that's for another time.
So do I. That's another time.
That's another time. Let's get through this one. I'm gonna go in for a taste right now.
Well, then I'll follow you.
The smell is downright inviting. If you like this sort of thing, if I put it in front of the wife, she'd probably throw a shoe at me.
What's abnormal about that? Isn't that kind of common?
That's we call that Tuesday.
Wow, it is. It is something because it's almost what I described to myself a couple seconds ago. It's rich and drying,
but it's oily too.
It's oily.
Oh.
And it's Laphroaig.
It's hot. This one's hot, but really nice though. I mean, you get that initial burn, and it's kind of hitting right in the middle.
Yep.
In the middle to the back.
We should add that these All the card chases are cask strength. This one is 51.8%. This is a big boy.
As Limpd would say, you like whiskeys with a 5 in it.
Yeah, a 5 or better. That's my rule. Wow.
So it starts off really, really hot, and then you get that. It's sort of like you said, very dry, like a dry sweetness.
Yep.
You know, like let's say like a white raisin, if you're going to go fruit.
I was thinking raisin exactly.
Not much sweetness. There's a little bit of sugar, but not a lot.
No, I wouldn't say sugar is or sweetness. There's a little bit of cinnamon, maybe burnt a little bit on the cinnamon.
What I was thinking is, you get this. The smoke comes in after you get past that initial sweetness and dryness.
Yep.
Then it really, really kicks in. It's like a lot of charcoal and a lot of that peatiness, that medicinal peatiness.
You can really get the Laphroaiginess of it, if that's a word. The Laphroaiginess is there.
Oh, it is.
It's not hiding. It's there. And
if you open up the dictionary and you look up the word Laphroaiginess, you'll see this bottle with that glass right there.
I think you're right. It's a really good. That's my kind of dictionary. It's like the Oxford, Oxford one.
It's the Edinburgh.
Oh,
it's
you're
the
right.
Edinburgh Scottish Dictionary, by way of Isla.
Our good friend Jason.
It's 6 words. It's Jason, chew your whiskey, Johnstone Yellen.
So true, and you read my mind as usual. The chewing your whiskey. The first time I met Jason, he talked about chewing a whiskey. This is one of those whiskeys you want to chew. It just covers your teeth and your gums and coats it and stays there and lingers. You could talk about what kind of finish does it have? Well, if you're just going to throw it down your throat, it's not going to have much of a finish. But if you chew it and you let it get between all the nooks and crannies in your mouth, you really get a finish. You really get this longer lasting mouth feel thing. It's interesting reading the back of the tin. The 2018 Card Chase bottling showcases a double maturation in first fill ex-bourbon casks, then Fino sherry hogsheads sourced from the bodegas of Spain. Carefully matured between warehouse number 8 and 10, this Card Chase has notes of toasted almond, dried fruit, and sea salt that perfectly complements Laphroaig's signature peatiness. Barrier filtered, non-chill filtered. The result is a unique expression to be savored. There you go. By Friends of Laphroaig, old and new. I mean, it's so true. I'm sure that's on every bottle per se, some of that language, but
it's just good.
Oh my gosh. It is.
It's just good. I'm going for just a little bit more.
How can you not?
Well, let's sum this up here. Yeah, I really like this a lot. I mean, if I didn't like it, I wouldn't have bought it. And I haven't bought a whole lot of whiskey these days because, we've had a little bit of generosity coming through the mail. So I haven't had to. And plus, you're kind enough to send some stuff every so often. So I haven't really had a need to buy. But this one I knew I just had to buy.
It's top notch. I mean, you hear many folks talking negatively about the card chases, that it's just this one-off that they put out every year just to, because they know the card chase Laphroaig nerds are going to buy it, so it's a guaranteed home run.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, as opposed to what a lot of the other folks are doing, this is never really ridiculously priced, or at least it hasn't been in the past.
You're right. I don't remember what I paid for it, but it was under $100, I believe.
Which granted,
you said it was $85. It's not cheap, but that's the going rate.
No, it's
not $150. I think it's a fair price for this quality. It's really tasty. It's really good. We like it.
It's really good. We really like it. It's also very unique. There's nothing else that tastes like it.
And I'm not a big fan of dryness in whiskeys. I don't like that deserty feel to it. This really works for me. Totally works for me. I'm a fan. I love it. I don't think they go wrong too often on the card chases. They don't. They just nail it. And when I tell people what you should have on your shelf at all times in terms of a peated whiskey, you got to have the Laphroaig 10 on the shelf. It's just it should be a standard in the cast or the cast strength one. It's just that base spirit is so good. It really is.
It is.
So I give it 2 peated thumbs up.
Here you go. Look, 2 thumbs.
There you go. Nee.
We're in.
We're in.
All right, sir.
All right, sir. That was great. And cheers to the East Coast.
Cheers to the West Coast. And cheers to our good friends in Islay.
Cheers. Fun.